Yo, what up my Bloons Tower Defense Battles players? Today we only really have 2 games going on, but I actually found them extremely fun, so I decided to show them. Hopefully you guys will like them as much as I do. Anyways, we're facing one person whose battle score is about 1,000. His record wasn't that great, but he actually did play very well, I think. And we're actually going to see 2 pretty long games. I think the first one I get around like 20, and then the second game I get around like 24 or something. So that makes it extremely intense. Now, I realize that Bloons Tower Defense Battles, if you guys have been paying attention, has been down. The servers have been down for at least a little while. So, yeah, I mean, I figured it's about time to make a new video for you guys, because you guys have been all battled out. You guys haven't been able to play, you guys haven't seen any videos coming out. What are we gonna do? That also actually stopped me from making a couple videos because I really didn't have very much footage to go through. So I just picked these 2 because I thought they were the most fun. Anyways, I'm not going to go over too much of the strategy, at least mostly with economy. I'm going to go over mostly my strategy with my tower building compared to my actual like economy that I usually go over. But I'm still going to go over pretty much everything, at least to the best of my ability. And both games I think I start pretty much the same way. You know, I start with the cannon, and usually I think the cannon's a pretty good way to start. I actually decided that I really like starting with the cannon, even though I used to not like it, but because of the new levels, the way they start, the way that level 1 and 2 are actually extremely short, it makes it very hard to start with the boomerang, at least in my opinion. I mean, you can start with the boomerang, but you're not going to get a good economy. And the good thing about the cannons is that they can actually take out a lot of balloons. They can take out up to pinks pretty darn easily. The only problem with starting with the cannon, like I stated in some of my other videos, is that you have to watch out for the black balloons. Now, one thing I do want to mention before you guys call me a big noob is that this was the first time I was actually trying with the cannon on this level, and I realized that that was not the best cannon placement, because obviously half the explosions don't even like really happen where you want them to. So I do recommend actually moving the cannon more towards the middle of the map, even if it means losing a couple lives on level 1. Because I do like to start with the farm before I actually get a cannon, because you can still afford a cannon in time, and you get that extra $60 and extra money after that for whenever you need it. So it's obviously good. The only real problem with it is that, like I said, some pink balloons randomly just get through. They don't get hit by any of your explosions for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it just randomly happens. And the other problem is, that you have to really watch out for level 6. Obviously, like, some people don't actually realize that your weakness is, that the cannon has a weakness, but if the people do realize it and you kind of forget to build your boomerang, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy at all, because you're probably going to lose. Not even just lose lives, you're probably going to lose, because you're going to need to get that guy up really fast, and lots of blacks are probably going to escape, so you're probably going to put him on first or something instead of last, which you should probably put him on last. But the good thing is that if they don't keep sending balloons at you, if they're going mostly farms or something like that, you can just go mostly farms. And if you really need to, you can obviously just sell a farm whenever it's necessary, and get some sort of 2-3 boomerang or 3-0 boomerang whenever you want. I do recommend going mostly 3-0 boomerangs instead of 2-3 boomerangs with the cannon, but it's obviously up to you, and it's obviously up to the game just a little bit, depending on how you want to play. I just feel like 3-0 boomerangs are kind of a little bit cheaper, and they work just as good with the cannon, so why not? Exactly. It's cheaper, it's better, and they're better for levels like 13 and stuff like that, and just better combination overall. Because most of, if you have a 2-3 boomerang and you have a cannon, sometimes the 2-3 boomerang won't actually shoot and pop some of the black balloons, especially if they're regrow balloons. While on the other hand, the glaives, the 3-0 boomerangs which kind of run around, hit everything, and hopefully your cannon will be able to do all the damage it's supposed to be doing. Anyways, if you're gonna notice, he actually went with kind of the similar strategy to me, but the one thing I didn't want to do is spend all my money on camo balloons, because you might be saying, oh, he doesn't have camo detection. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, you're right, he doesn't have camo detection, so I'm actually going to send out some balloons, but the only problem is you gotta sometimes be careful with that, because you don't want to send all your money. You don't want to be like, totally lost because you spent all of your money on pink camos, because they're kind of expensive, guys. They are very expensive. If you notice, I didn't even really kill him. I only did 75 lives of damage, and I spent pretty much all my money. So that's kind of a problem. You don't always want to do it like that. You kind of want to... the best thing to do is to sometimes just send out some like camo blues or camo reds to make them actually have to sell something to actually afford the camo detection. But usually people have some sort of farm and they're just going to sell it right away, and it might help you a little bit in the long run, just to make them not have so many lives left, or have them lose a little bit of their economy, because having them lose a little bit of their economy gives you a little bit of an advantage. And obviously camo reds and camo blues really are not that expensive. So if you're going to notice, we pretty much have like the same strategy going on. He's going 4-2 cannon, 2-3 boomerang, and a 3-0 boomerang. And I have just an extra cannon there, which I'm probably going to sell, just because I don't really feel like it's necessary. Anyways, I finally had to succumb to buying camo detection, because level 17 is a bunch of yellow camo blues. And they're not terrible to beat or anything, it's just you gotta spend that $2,000, which kind of sucks if you go with the Monkey Village. But for level 18 you gotta be careful, because obviously Moabs come on level 18, and you don't want to waste all your money just sending out like 3 Moabs if he already has some cannons, or you could build some Moab maulers and stuff. You don't want to waste all your money. So, because if you do send out Moabs, you're going to lose economy while you're doing that. So if you do end up not winning with that Moab send, you're going to lose the game, basically. I mean, that's pretty much all you can do, unless you just go for some huge attack on him, where you sell all your towers and magically beat him, but you'd rather not do that, obviously. So this game's pretty long, as you can tell. We're already like 6.5 minutes into the video, and we're already on round 19. And guess what happens on the next level? This is the level that most people actually end up winning, is I think level 20. Rarely do games go up beyond level 20 unless you're ice stalling and stuff like that, or you have some really good players playing each other. And obviously I could beat a BFB, in my opinion, and I could also beat some Moabs. But one thing I did here a little bit different is I didn't just press the button as fast as possible to send out Moabs at my enemy. What I did is I clicked it every like 2 seconds or so, or every second or so. So I spaced the Moabs out just a little bit, and it makes the Moab maulers not have quite an effect versus them. So if you have like 5 Moabs right in a row, the Moab maulers do more damage, technically speaking, because they're hitting every single Moab, but when you spread them out like that, they're not doing as much damage. So that was level 1, that was the first video, and I thought it was pretty interesting and fun. And here's the second video versus Anacondas. As you guys probably know, Aliens Rock 50 on YouTube, and he's beaten me quite a bit, to be honest. He's beaten me a lot, and we've played some pretty awesome games, I think, some games where we get to around 18, 20, 22, and I don't always post my losses, as you guys probably know, so I really haven't posted too many videos of him. I'm not going to tell you the outcome of the game. I just thought it was an extremely good game, and it was actually fun, and I think this was the first time he was playing this map, at least that's what he said. So, that being the first time he's playing this map, obviously he probably doesn't exactly know what he's doing. But it actually did seem like he knew what he was doing, which was kind of cool. He went with dart monkeys, which I was kind of confused about. I was thinking, dart monkeys? Why would anybody go dart monkeys to start off with? But I guess dart monkeys can be reasonably good to start off with, because you can get a good amount of economy. And then I was really surprised when he did this. He went with a catapult instead of a 2-3 dart monkey, or at least a 0-3 dart monkey. I usually do not see that whatsoever. And obviously I did my basic cannon start here. Just went with a 2-0 cannon. It's owning all these reds and blues. I lost a couple lives here, but I'm not worried about a couple lives, especially in this beginning here, if I can get a good economy going. And then as soon as I can just buy a 3-0 cannon, and we'll lose basically 0 lives. I mean, that's pretty much how it works. Like I said before, though, you always gotta worry about blacks, so I'm gonna make sure I check that out just a little bit. And I'm gonna say, okay, you know what? He's got 2 catapult monkeys. I think I can actually do some damage on him if I send pinks out at him. And sadly, it actually did not work out as well as I thought it was going to. Those catapult monkeys right there are actually really good, because they basically go, there's one straight path for basically the entire map. So that was kind of a good design that I didn't even really think about. You can actually use dart monkeys on this map. I wasn't even thinking about using dart monkeys. I kind of stopped using dart monkeys pretty much after maybe like 30th game or so. I realized dart monkeys are not the best thing to use, so I kind of phased those out. I tried not to use them that much. I guess their only real weakness is versus lots and lots of balloons. And even catapult monkeys are good versus lots and lots of balloons, but they're not fantastic. For example, 2 of them probably cannot take out mass amounts of greens, unless you get some other towers mixed in there. But the catapult monkeys are kind of cheap anyways, at least in Bloons Tower Defense Battles they're kind of cheap. So, yeah, I mean, they're not a bad choice. You might want to check them out. Just check them out, and if you like them, you can keep using them. Now, what I did here was I got my 3-0 boomerang, I got my 3-0 cannon, and obviously I want to pop the blacks as much as possible, but I still want to go economy. But you got to be a little bit careful, guys. You don't want to overexert yourself and go too much economy and not have anything to defend, or just lose too many lives here early on. If you lose too many lives here early on, one random balloon or 5 random balloons can just randomly get by because of lag or something, and you could lose and be extremely mad. So obviously keeping as many lives as possible within reason is good. Now, if you're going to notice, one cool thing about our game right now is we both have 115 lives. Like, what are the chances of that? I don't know, but kind of cool to think about. We both have the exact same amount of lives. We have a completely different setup. I have a 2-3 boomerang and a 3-0 cannon. He has 3 different dart monkeys and 1 random boomerang there, which he's probably going to upgrade to 2-3 or 0-3 first. Yeah, 0-3 first, and then go to 2-3 a little bit later on. So, holy crap, he's sending out yellow balloons at me. Now, he's really going kind of intense economy. I was not expecting that. I only have 400 on my economy, and he's still sending out some random yellows out at me. And I'm not used to that. I'm not used to people sending out yellows at me, especially on round 9. I'm used to people going mostly farms right around now. So I assume that he's planning on going pretty late game here. You know, he's probably going to try and defend and go to level like 16, 17, maybe hope for Moabs. And so I do the same thing. I kind of make a few more banana farms for just in case. I don't want to run out of money here and have him just overtake me with his economy. That could be bad news bears. So the one thing I noticed is that the good thing about the catapult monkeys is you can't just send out camo balloons anymore. If you send out camo balloons, you're going to get screwed over. Unless they're camo regrows, but those are obviously extremely, extremely expensive. And if you got some sort of juggernaut monkey like he does right now, and he's got some 2-3 boomerangs there, or not, I mean not 2-3 boomerangs, 2-3 dart monkeys there, if he upgrades those guys to camo detection, camo's not going to do anything to him. So I'm kind of confused on what to do right now. I'm just thinking I gotta hold out and hopefully beat him a little bit later. I don't know what round. I don't think regrow camo or regrow ceramics will beat him. I don't really know what's going to beat him. So I'm just gonna say, you know what, I gotta defend for now, guys. I think a 2-3 boomerang and a 4-2 cannon, nothing's really gonna stop that. Nothing's really gonna just magically go through that, at least for now. But I did try out for a regrow rush, and guess what it did? It didn't work. It didn't work at all. I was expecting regrows to do a lot more damage to him, and they did not. So I wasted all my money again. So I'm like, holy crapola. I'm kind of down right now because I wasted all that money. I did get a little tiny itty bitty bit of economy from that, but it's really not much at all. It's not worth it to send that many regrows out. So I decided I need to go and go for broke here. So I actually upgraded my farm up to 3-0. Now normally a 2-3 boomerang and 4-2 cannon can take out regrow ceramics. So I'm not too worried, but if he does send out something like that, I would like to upgrade at least one more boomerang or cannon or something along those lines to actually help defend. And I actually go even crazier here, guys. I got another banana farm. He's doing the same thing though, so I know he's probably not gonna send out a huge rush versus me. So I'm not too worried, and that's why I actually went with my 2-3-0 farms. I finally caught up with my economy. I'm gonna go a couple more cannons here, a couple more boomerangs probably. I actually don't remember what I do, but I can just, that's what I would do if I was myself right now. I'd probably get some Moab Maulers and some more boomerangs, at least coming up soon here. And so yeah, you start getting Moab Maulers, getting ready for level 18. I've noticed that he really doesn't have too much camo or too much Moab popping power until he gets that dart monkey, the 2-4 dart monkey. The ability for that guy, oh crap, it's gonna be hard to beat him right now. I mean, I could space out some random Moabs, but the thing about that is that's probably not going to beat him because he can obviously just sell his dart monkey and rebuy it if he wants. So now I'm a little bit worried right now because some random ceramics are going right through my defense. My 4-2 cannon's not doing as well as it should, but it actually does take most of them out, if not all of them. And I'm doing okay. So one Moab did not do anything. He wasted a little bit of his economy right there, and he sold a farm. So that's good news for me right now. I have a lot more economy, but I had to sell one of my farms as well to afford some more Moab Maulers. It's now level 20. I'm thinking to myself, level 20. What if I tried and sent out a bunch of Moabs at him? I still think that those dart monkeys will actually take out the Moabs. So I'm thinking I can't send anything on level 20. Even a BFB, he's going to take that out. And I don't want to waste all my economy going for an attack right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save up all my money, guys. I'm not even really going to build too many more towers. I know that there's no possible way you can survive an attack on level 24, our types of economy and our types of towers. There's really no way you're going to do it. So the best thing to do is to actually send out not a Oh my god, but actually mass BFBs. That's one thing I've realized, is that a lot of people go for BFBs when you should be going for mass Moabs on level 20, or mass BFBs on level 22. And they actually help out a ton, because you're not going to, you're not planning on beating their balloon that they're going to send at you. You're planning on just beating them before they beat you. So if you've noticed, I've saved up a ton of money here. Got $9,000, and I can sell my farm if I need to, and I'm going to send out some more BFBs. So I sent like 5 BFBs. I don't think there's any way you can possibly take that down. And then what you're going to notice is he sent something out of me. He sent his Oh my god out. So, oh my god, this is getting intense, guys. This is a really, really freaking intense game. What's going to happen here? Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? I don't know. Could he survive that attack? Could he sell those monkeys and rebuy them and actually kill all those balloons? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen? Oh my god. This, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and I won. So that was randomly lucky that I actually won, but that's all I got, guys. So have a fantastic day.